Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, this is the In Wheel Time car show. Today, we'll review our new car of the week, the 2021 Cadillac CT4. We've got your weekly cruise-in calendar. Conrad has This Week in Auto History, and we'll have the stories making automotive news headlines this week. That and more just ahead on today's live In Wheel Time car show for Saturday, May 8th, 2021. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Conrad DeLong. Jeffrey Zekin is off in the corner back there. You'll be seeing him soon. Don Armstrong here. Why don't we have Jeff on all the time? I don't know.
It's been asked a lot through the all the websites and things. It's just
all of our social media explodes with we need more Jeff.
Absolutely, and that's
Jeff.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we're using that as a teaser. Well, we're teasing more Jeff.
Yeah, my wife says that about me too. I'm a big
teasing Jeff.
Yeah,
that
too.
All right. You know, you heard a little commercial there for the Houston Auto Show. It's now the Houston Summer Auto Show. Mm-hmm. And joining us now is one of the top-level executives at the Houston Auto Show and the Houston Automobile Dealers Association. Here she is, RoShelle Salinas. Hi, honey. How are you doing?
Good morning, fellas. How are you? Great to see you.
It's great to see you, too. So last time we talked, we didn't know that we were actually going to have a auto show at all. And then, boom, there it is. Houston Summer Auto Show. We're excited.
We're very excited, too. You know, last time we talked, we were kind of planning to move forward with our fingers crossed, but nothing was official. And now we're, 15 days away, 10 days away, and we're ready to go. And it's very exciting to we start moving in on Friday, and I'm happy to expect all of these vehicles to unload. We've got the Camp Jeep, the Ram Track. We've got a Ford Raptor simulator coming in. We have boats and RVs. It's going to be a big-time show for this little limited event that we're able to put together.
And it's going to be different than the past auto shows, is it not?
It definitely is. And different in, let me settle a couple concerns that I get a lot of questions on. You will still be able to get in and touch and feel and sit in the cars and all of that. So a lot of people have been asking. So that will be the same. The difference is we have a limited number of OEM manufacturers displaying their space and an extended number of local dealerships and dealership groups displaying their vehicles instead of the manufacturers. So the displays will be a bit different, but the cars are still the stars. They're still going to be there for everyone to sit in and explore and compare. We'll even have a couple test drive opportunities. So that portion of the event will, remain similar. And then we're adding in, some additional displays that we don't usually have in our aftermarket area with Demontron RV, with Mancuso Motorsports bringing in motorcycles and ATVs and stuff. And then we've got the Texas Sports Fishing and Yachts coming out to display some really awesome boats. And these boats can go up to $1 million. So it's going to be really fun to have that extensive of a display.
I was going to say, how fun is that? I mean, I'm not a boat person, but I sure do like to look at them.
For $1 million, I want to see it.
And I'll go for a ride. Sure, take me on. I mean, let's go.
And you've got to have a truck to pull this kind of boat. So there's the perfect connection there to find out what the hauling capacity is on that Ram test track, and then go over and say, oh, okay, it can haul this.
And there's no better place for a consumer to come out and look at the variety of cars without the pressure of a salesperson than coming to the Houston Auto Show.
Absolutely, and that's what the auto show is all about, being able to do that comparison shopping with no pressure. And really, my favorite attendee that I've ever seen at the auto show had a clipboard and her Excel sheet, and she knew what features she wanted on which vehicles, and she went by and checking, okay, it doesn't have this one, that's off my list. Oh. And she'd go down to the next display and review that vehicle. And so that's what it's all about. It is for anyone that loves and wants to admire, the automotive industry in a whole, but it's also about getting that comparison shopping done all in one place.
Well, RoShelle, one of the things that I've been kind of driving home here is the dwindling supply of automobiles and the continuing up-ramp of all of the people that are out there shopping for vehicles. And those two, this is the perfect time for the Houston Auto Show. If you're thinking about buying a new car, now's the time to actually shop and go to the Houston Summer Auto Show, because the dwindling supply, and it's going to be much more difficult to order a car from the factory. Your take on that?
Well, that is an absolute problem, and that is why some of the manufacturers couldn't attend the show themselves, and we had to get the dealers in. And the dealers that are coming in also have very limited inventory, but they're going to bring what they have and bring the best of what they have to put on display for the show. And a lot of these models that are coming also from the manufacturers are the 2022s or 2021s that just came out. So yeah, if you fall in love with a 2022, you better head to the dealership right after the auto show and place that order, because it is going to take a while this time. But everyone is saying that hopefully by the end of year, things will be a little bit back on track for that. So it's a good time to make some buying decisions now so that you can make that purchase later in the year.
And RoShelle, we had earlier on the show Buzz Smith, the EV Angelist, and I know that he's going to have a display there with electric vehicles. And electric vehicles are becoming more and more a part of what's on a dealer's showroom floor these days, and that's really the big buzz, if you will, around the industry. And I assume that you're going to have plenty of EVs that are currently available.
Yeah, and Buzz is he's probably one of the most knowledgeable people I can talk to about EVs and teaching a consumer and a potential buyer about having an electric vehicle. And so he will be on site in that Evolve space, Evolve Houston, who's promoting electrification. And so they'll have some vehicles in their display. And then additionally, some of the dealers and manufacturers will have have EVs around. I know the Mach-E will be out there. I know we'll have 2 ID4s. So there's going to be some options for people to look at the electric vehicles as well.
Let's talk about the big part of the auto show, and that is the ride and drive. Are you going to have that?
We will have some, we will have Camp Jeep in the test track, and then Ford and Subaru will have ride and drives out front of NRG Center outside. We don't have the space to do our indoor ride and drive lounge that we typically have with the big range of test drive vehicles because the rodeo is sharing the space with us this time too. So we just have a few opportunities to test drive, but you'll still be able to do that with those brands.
Well, that's great. And, the Camp Jeep is probably one of the most popular things for everybody to do and go to that indoor.
As much fun as a roller coaster.
Pretty
as
much.
You're going straight up the hill. All you can see is the ceiling, and then you come over the top and you go down the other side. It'll take your breath away if you're not prepared for it.
It will, yeah, no doubt. So what are the hours of the show?
So our hours will be Wednesday through Sunday, starting May 19th, and it is open at noon during the week until 9:30 at night. Definitely encourage you to come during the week this year, especially to manage crowd control and to keep social distancing. The weekend, Saturday and Sunday, will open at 10:30 until 9:30 on Saturday, and then 10:30 to 7 on Sunday. We are doing tickets online in advance only for $10. Plus your Ticketmaster fees. So check out the website, HoustonAutoShow.com, for your tickets. And if you stop by a local dealership, they may have a free ticket for you as well. So stop in at a local Houston dealership.
So I think it's really important. What if you show up there, and there's going to be people show up there, okay, well, I didn't buy a ticket before I got here. How am I going to handle it? I can't buy it online.
So we will have a QR code system set up at the show with QR code signs all over NRG Center that you'll be able to use your mobile device to purchase your ticket. We will have some ticket resolution centers if you have to purchase your ticket, at a ticket window if you forgot your cell phone or you only have cash, so that we can manage that as well. But we're definitely encouraging advanced tickets just so that we can get people in faster, no lines, and, have people social distance and stay safe and healthy.
A ticket resolution center.
That.
Is it going to be titled that out front? A ticket resolution center?
Maybe just help.
Isn't that called DPS?
DPS.
The DPS office is the ticket resolution.
Deals with us. We need help.
We all need, yes, we definitely need help because it's been years since she's been dealing with us, and she knows how we can be.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my press pass. Don't worry. Just let him in.
Yeah.
He's such a pain. Just let him in.
I show up at the wrong door. Oh, yeah, well, just let him in. That poor little security girl gets tired of it.
I assume that there'll be something to eat there because, with the hours that you're going to have, it's an exhausting day, at least for people like Nerd Don over here. I got to have me a hot dog and a Coke.
Well, NRG will definitely have their concession spaces open within the show floor. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll have food trucks out front of NRG Center as well.
That's cool.
Give you some fun options to eat.
Oh, that'll be great. Well,
and then in the classic car section, we'll also have a beer garden. So you'll be able to chill out with a cold one and look at all the classic vehicles.
Are we setting up in that area?
We're in the beer. We are the beer garden. Yeah. So I know that this has been a royal challenge for you guys to pull this off. I mean, not even Detroit is having a car show.
No kidding.
Chicago just announced what they're going to be doing in the future.
That's because they don't have RoShelle.
Well, Houston's more important than both of them.
There you go.
Well, we'd like to think so anyway. So tell me some of the challenges that give me some inside scoop here. The challenges that you have faced putting this all together for this car show.
You know, we feel very fortunate that we have been able to pull this off. And it was definitely a feat and a challenge in these conditions. And we had to be nimble at every moment because things were always changing. And that was the biggest challenge, that every day something would change. And a lot of it came from all the new COVID procedures and policies. So we went from there's going to be no tickets whatsoever. You have to purchase online in advance only. And when we have an event with 100,000 people, you think, how in the world can everyone buy their tickets online? It's not going to be possible. But we kept forward, okay, we're going to do it this method, and then it changed. Oh, well, we'll be able to have the QR code on site. And now we'll be able to have our help ticket booths on site. So those were always changing. Same with the safety procedures on temperature checks and health screenings that were going to be demanded. And how do we staff those? How do we execute those? What kind of temperature monitors do we have to have, and how do we get those? So there were a lot of logistical learnings along the way. Thankfully, you know, with our city's rate of COVID cases going down and vaccinations going up, we've been able to minimize some of that. There will still be a health screening questionnaire of self-health checks, but we no longer have to do the temperature checks. But we had a plan for that the whole time. So it was always coming and going of changes. And same with the manufacturers. You know, they were very much, okay, how are we going to clean and sanitize the vehicles, and how are we going to be socially distanced on the show floor? And some saying, well, we're going to be there, and then saying, you know what, we have no inventory to be able to put on display at an auto show because our dealers need it to sell instead of putting it in an auto show. So it's been very back and forth, but we're so happy to be where we're at today and be able to provide an event that we haven't had in such a long time and bring people together to admire the automotive world and what has survived through all of this and what will continue to grow.
You are resilient, if nothing else.
Yeah, RoShelle, you had mentioned in anticipation of 100,000. Do you have a reading on how many pre-sale tickets you have right now that folks are buying, or what is your estimation on attendance?
Yeah, tickets just barely went on sale, so it's really just starting. I think it's like 1,000 tickets sold at this point, but we just started our advertising. We're just starting our media rounds. We really delayed everything this year just because of so many unknown questions that we couldn't answer. But we're really hoping, and just getting a temperature on what's happening in events around our city, I think we're going to get 50 or 60,000 people out there, and I hope so. I hope that we can get that, if not more, and still make it a really successful event for all of our exhibitors.
Well, people are in a mood to get out and do something.
Yeah,
yes, they are.
You know, one of the things, too, I wanted to kind of expand on a little bit is a lot of people don't really quite understand the corporate structure that the corporations themselves, these are global companies that make automobiles, that they also have their own regulations with their own people.
Right.
And are we going to attend? Are we going to do this? What are we going to do? And if we can go, how are we going to handle it? And I know that that's another thing that you guys have been facing too.
Yeah, definitely. There's a handful of manufacturers that just said our corporate policy is no public events, because they have employees coming from all over the country that are in different case scenarios, COVID case scenarios, than we are. And so they don't want to further expose anyone to something that could be very harmful. So their corporate policy is no public events. They can't attend a golf tournament. They can't attend an auto show. And so in that case, that means they have to keep the policy company wide, and that means they're out of the show. And it's an unfortunate circumstance, But, that's why we have our dealers all around the city, too. So if you're really desperate to see that Hyundai, then head over to the dealership, and you'll be able to check out those vehicles there.
Do you have to wear a mask?
Yes, masks will be required and highly encouraged. And we'll have some safety people around reminding you to put them back on. But and in the concession areas and while eating and drinking, of course, you can remove your mask and hopefully, stay kind of in that contained area when eating and drinking. We'll have tables spread out for everyone to sit down and do that as well. But yeah.
Well, that makes me feel. I've had both of my shots. I'm good to go.
Yep.
But it makes me feel more comfortable. There was a little bit of controversy when HEB decided that everybody that went to the grocery store, their grocery stores, had to wear a mask. Oh, well, I'm going to wear I'm not going to go there because I got to wear my mask. I don't have a problem wearing a mask, especially in a grocery store with food items out.
Yeah.
If the business makes the rule, I have to wear a mask. I wear a mask. Stop complaining. Just abide by the rules and shut up.
I was in a restaurant.
Oh my God.
I was at a restaurant last night, and I would say half the staff had a mask, the other half did not, and it was an option. I said, I'm seeing this. What's going on? It's option. They're giving
most
their
of the ones
employees an
I've
option.
been into around there, the employees all wear the mask.
That's right. Yeah.
And they, want you to. They encourage you to.
Yeah.
And but
So
I will tell you, if you think about it, how's your health been for the last year as far as colds and the flu?
I haven't had any of that.
Exactly. I mean, you can say whatever you want about the mask being a pain in the butt to do, but the reality of it is,
Well, you're putting the mask on the wrong end.
well, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. But either way,
You confused
there's
it with your diaper, I think.
And we've had a few complaints already on social media about having to wear a mask, but we have to remember that this is a county building. NRG
Yeah,
Center
right.
is run by
Lena Hidalgo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a requirement from her.
that's
not
the rule.
Just us wanting to keep everyone safe.
Oh,
So-
absolutely.
Don't have a problem
The
with it at
rules
all.
are the rules,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah, and if you've got a problem wearing a mask, then
Stay home.
Stay home and use.
That's what I say. Just stay home, and we'll see you back in January. Because
Yeah.
hopefully in January at the auto show, everything will be back to normal.
And that was
So
another
the plan
question.
is, that was the next question. The plan is January again. So you're only going to get a 6-month reprieve.
I was thinking the same thing.
Usually you get a year to prep.
Yeah.
Now it's shortened up quite a bit.
Yep. More beer garden.
Have you had other car shows calling you saying, "RoShelle, how are you guys doing this?"
Yeah, we have a monthly meeting with auto shows around the country, and we've all been supporting each other and answering those questions of how are you doing this, how are you making it happen, and a lot of times it's just the conditions in the city that people are able to do it. The only other shows that have happened is Tulsa and Oklahoma City, Orlando back in December, which are all smaller shows compared to ours. But, I'm happy to see that they were able to work, and we've all been giving each other advice to continue to plan.
Have you learned anything from any of the other shows, the other managerial departments at these other car shows that are around the country?
We've definitely been sharing the COVID messaging that we need to put on our website and the signage throughout the building and those kind of things. I think that's been a good one. The online ticketing process and this QR code option. And I think that will be good for the future too. Some of these learnings of this pandemic time, we can definitely use for the future. Zoom meetings for planning things has been really collaborative. And then the QR code, I think, is something we'll keep around. It's something that we can offer guests that don't want to stand in a line or want to, get there and walk right through the door. So I think those are good, learnings that we can keep for the future too.
RoShelle, you talk about the monthly meetings that you have. How big is your team? What does your team consist of? Because I know you can't do it all yourself.
That's a good question. We are 3 full-time employees, 1 part-time employee. And then during the event, we have about 3 other staff members that join to execute the auto show when it's happening.
And then you have us to create all these challenges for you, don't you?
You're not a challenge, John.
The children are here.
Just put us in the beer garden and we're fine.
Hey, on another subject, did you get a chance to take your family trip this year?
We have not. We went in state. We've traveled in state a little bit, road trips. But my annual Mexico trip that we usually talk about on this show has been postponed. I think we're going to get to go at the end of the summer this year.
Well, there was Cinco de Mayo.
Hope so.
Yeah, there was Cinco de Mayo.
I had my margaritas.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saving mine for later. Yeah. RoShelle, we love you and thank you very much for joining us today. And we're so looking forward to coming out there and doing a special broadcast, by the way, just for the Houston Summer Auto Show. And that's going to be, our broadcast is going to be on Friday, May the 21st, and we will be online from noon until 3 that day. And we'll talk to RoShelle out there at that time. So it's good to see you, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks, hon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all take care. All right.
Bye-bye.
Time now for the cruise-in calendar. Cruise-ins are popping up everywhere, and there's a full bevy of them.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Brain fade.
You were going to say something else, weren't you?
Yeah. Nifty 50s tonight. Kima car meet tonight. Tomorrow is the HPD Twin Peaks meet down in Webster. Also tomorrow is Chicken and Cars.
All right.
And that's Heels and Wheels charity event.
Wait. Chicken and Cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buck. Well, it's being held at a Hart's Chicken.
Oh, God.
But they're collecting school supplies for babies and mothers.
Wait a minute. School supplies for babies and mothers?
I said school. I didn't mean to say. They're collecting supplies for needy babies and mothers, and that is being put on by Heels and Wheels, which we've had them on the show in the past.
Yes.
And that's going to be at 1215 Pinemont, and that's the Hart's Chicken there at 1215 Pinemont. And then also tomorrow night's the All-American Muscle out at Kroger's and 99 in Spring. Freddy's Steak Burger, Wednesday night at Freddy's Steak Burger. Thursday, May 13th is going... Hi. Thursday, May 13th
Suze is making her
going
appearance
to be,
on the show right now.
Speed Advocates, Rudy's Barbecue Meat and Tomball. And then Saturday, May 15th, be there, Tailpipes and Tacos. We start the show at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're done by 11, and we may actually be done by 9, depending on how quickly the Bloody Marys flow.
There you go.
And then also, same day is the Crawfish and Cars at Second Baptist Church. That starts at noon to 2 out in Katy. So lots of stuff coming and going.
Suze.
More stuff in the future, but we can talk about that. Well, another cool thing coming up May 15th is going to be Ferraris and Fighters down at the Air Museum in off at Ellington.
Ferraris and Fighters?
And Fighters.
What kind of fighters? Fighter airplanes?
Fighter airplanes.
Oh, I thought it was some of that MMA stuff.
And that's going to be, they're going to have a huge selection of Ferraris.
Everybody
and the Ferrari
was
Club's going to be there.
kung fu fighting.
And the Confederate Air Force and the commemorative Air Force is going to be there.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You done? I didn't cut you off, did I?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Well, he did now.
Well, now that you've got it.
You're familiar with being cut off, aren't
June
you?
13th is the first annual Wheelchairs for Warriors event at Bayway Chevrolet in Pearland.
Yeah.
And that's a Sunday. It actually starts at 2 p.m. and ends at 6 p.m., and that's a fundraiser for our veterans' wheelchair needs.
Very good.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of jocularity there. Time now for this hour's car review. Had a chance to drive the 2021 Cadillac CT4.
Oh, everybody needs to gather around and listen up. This is going to be
this
very
is a
important.
fireside chat.
There you go.
So available trim levels include the Luxury, the Premium Luxury, the Sport, and the V Series.
Yeah, that's it.
I have the Premium Luxury rear-wheel drive. It's considered a compact sedan. Would you consider it a compact sedan? I would consider it a midsize, but whatever. Seats 5 passengers. It's a sedan. There it is. Exterior changes from last model year. Well, it was new, all new for 2020. It replaces the ATS,
Right.
which was a
compact sedan.
Right, which is a Camaro derivative.
Correct.
Believe it or not.
Don't ruin it.
Exterior features, edgy front end with slashy headlights. I wrote that. Thank you. Traditional roof line, sculpted lower valance, buttoned up booty.
I'm tearing up.
What I liked about it, modern, edgy design.
Your buttons are too tight.
What could use improvement? More of it.
Oh, yeah.
I really do like this new Cadillac design. Interior highlights, nice design. Layout of the dash is good as well. Infotainment screen perched at the front of the dashboard. Thank you for the shift knob and not buttons. Passive phone charger bed in it. You can see it up there right behind the shift knob.
That little green light.
Cargo trunk room was adequate. What I liked about the comfort level of the interior. What could use improvement? More rear seat legroom, but that kind of goes along with the size of the car. You want more rear seat legroom than bump it up.
And that's why I think they call the CT5 the mid-size, this being the
Now,
compact.
this had a 2.7-liter turbocharged four-cylinder that turns out 237 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Trust me. It's a lot more than you would think it is with that 10-speed. Yeah. 21 miles per gallon city, 31 highway for a combined of 25. I got 29.1 miles per gallon.
That's pretty amazing.
Did you hear that, Mike?
Car.
Mike, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Over 303 miles. What I liked, plenty of power when matched with that 10-speed. What could use improvement? If that's not enough juice for you, then go to the 325 horsepower four-banger V Series. Yes, you heard me correct. Yeah. It's the V Series. There's no V6 involved in this or V8. It's a four-banger with 325 horsepower. I'll tell you what. General Motors has got it down when it comes to getting horsepower out of a four-banger engine.
How many years have I been telling you that?
I'm impressed.
It's not an Oldsmobile.
It's not.
It's your father's Oldsmobile.
What I liked about it, I like the more European-style ride quality about the ride and handling of it. And it does have that kind of...
They're learning their ways.
Yeah, they are.
After 60 years.
Yeah, and going after BMW and Mercedes-Benz. What could use improvement?
Market.
The steering felt a little oversensitive to me, overpowered,
Well, but again, you were in the Highline luxury one. I imagine that changes when you get to the V series.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but doesn't it also slow down once you move? You're rolling down the road faster.
Assist.
Exactly, the variable.
So
assist.
the base trim price on this is $37,595.
Wow,
price is tested $47,365.
That's still great.
Not bad. Base model price $37,395. Competitors: Audi A3 for $33,300. BMW 2 Series for $46,945, and the Mercedes-Benz A-Class for $41,100. So it's very competitive with its competitors. Just thought it.
Do you think there'll be some at the auto show?
I do. I do think that there will be some at the auto show, and I think that they'll sell the heck out of them. If you're in the market for a mid-size four-door sedan, I would encourage you to go and check it out. By the way, I wanted to also mention to you that the In Wheel Time Car Show streams. Yes, it does. It streams on...
I thought we just leaked.
Upstream. Dribbled. We dribble.
Some days.
There's that.
Dribbling.
But
We're streaming jocularity.
Oh!
The In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on InWheelTime.com. I'm twitching. That was a twitch. Did you hear the twitch?
I'm tearing up.
Podcast available on your favorite podcast channel. The In Wheel Time Car Show continues right after this quick break.
When you're ready to shop Chevrolet, we know one that should be at the top of your list. Bayway. Locally owned by Houston-born and raised Daryl Wisniewski, Bayway brings a sense of family to your Chevrolet buying experience. When you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, you now have a place to go. General Manager Lincoln Stahl guarantees Bayway will beat any competitor's written price on the new vehicle you choose or pay you $1,000. Bayway Chevrolet is located only 8 minutes from the Beltway and Highway 288. Whether it's online or in person, you'll be welcomed like one of the family. BaywayChevrolet.com. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, May 15th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free and everyone's invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, May 15th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise in, May 15th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy, weather permitting.
NHRA Camping World Drag Racing. It's an 11,000 horsepower Nitro Rodeo coming to Houston Raceway Park in Baytown. Catch all the Nitro and Pro stock action at the Mopar Express Lane NHRA Spring Nationals presented by Pennzoil, May 21st through 23rd. Matt Hagan, Leah Pruitt, Erica Enders, 3-time world champ Steve Thorns, and 16-time himself John Force. Kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Get tickets at HoustonRaceway.com. Houston's got horsepower.
Don't miss the first ever Houston Summer Auto Show, May 19th through the 23rd at NRG Center. A limited edition collection of your favorite brands and models, including the new Ford Bronco and Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Tickets online only at HoustonAutoShow.com.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.